Hi guys, welcome to Intriguing Tech. Today, as you can tell, I've got a Steam Deck. I've already opened it up and charged the device. I've not done anything else though. Let's have a look at the adapter. Nice and long cable. As you can see, it's USB-C. UK plug. There is the voltages if you're interested in that sort of thing. Okay, let's open the Steam Deck. If you don't know what a Steam Deck is, it's a portable handheld computer. It's made by Valve, the company behind the PC Steam Store. The version I have here is the Steam Deck 64 gig version. But if you watch my other video, you know I upgraded the internal drive to this to 256 gigabytes. The versions that the Steam Deck comes in is in three sizes: a 64 gig, a 256 gig and a 512 gig version. They're pretty much all the same, apart from obviously the storage space is slightly different, and the 512 gig version has a slightly different screen to it as well. In this review I'll cover retro gaming because that's what I bought it for. I also got this to increase the storage space. It's a 400 gigabyte SD card. Right, let's open the Steam Deck up. Wow, it's a big console. But before we get onto the console, let's have a quick look at the case that comes with it. Okay, case has nice solid construction. It's hardback, doesn't flex too much, should be protect the Steam Deck pretty well. Zippers are nice and sturdy. And the inside is pretty basic, there's no pockets inside. It's well constructed, definitely hard. We have the little strap there to help pry the deck out when it's snugly fit. The logo, I believe, on the 512 version is a different colour, and the 512 version has better zippers as well. At the back here we have indentation, which you can probably store the power adapter there. Nice thick strap, and the carrying strap. Right, let's have a look at the deck. Here it is. It feels like it's pretty big. It's a very big console, much bigger than a PSP and the Retroid Pocket 2, which I reviewed in another video. Let's have a look at the buttons on the top, and we'll start from there. At the top we have L1 and L2 on the left hand side. Then we have a minus and plus. This is for the volume control. Next we've got a 3.5mm jack. Some vents to vent the heat. And then we have a USB-C socket. And then we have, I think that LED is for a power indicator. Next up is a power button. It's nice and recessed in there. See? And then the other end we have R1 and R2. Okay, let's go on to the back now. On the back we have R4, R5, L4 and L5, 4 extra buttons. Also the grills to vent some heat. And at the bottom you have the old micro SD card slot. Right, onto the front now. On the left hand side we have a small button at the top, a D-pad, feels okay, nice and firm, and then we have a capacitive touch analog stick, left analog stick. Then we come across a trackpad. This is a haptic feedback as well, and then below that we have a steam button. Now we've got the grill here. This is the grill, and this grill is the speakers. They're actually pretty good, much better than I initially thought. On the right hand side we have another analog, right analog stick, another small button, and then we have 4 buttons. These resemble somewhat like, they feel like the Xbox controller buttons. We have another touchpad with also haptic feedback. You can actually press them as well, and when you move your thumb across them you kind of get like a feedback sensation. And then we have another button here, and obviously the speaker grill. Top here, I'm not sure what this hole is for. If anybody knows, let me know. Possibly a sensor, microphone or something like that. Right, that's the main console. Right, let's talk about the technical specifications of the Steam Deck now. Right, it has a Zen 2 quad-core AMD CPU. It clocks up to 3.5 GHz, and I believe it has 4 cores with 8 threads. And it has a custom GPU with 8 cores with 1.6 teraflops, I believe. Also, it has 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and the screen is a 1280 by 800 720p screen, or slightly bigger, 7-inch screen. 400 nits, but it's only 60 Hz. These joysticks also are capacitive touch, so it knows if you're touching them or not. And it also has a gyroscope and haptic feedback built in. Overall, quite a lot of sensors built into it. English, yes. The screen is touch sensitive. I'll fill in my Wi-Fi details now. Well, it's finished installing what it was installing, and it's come up with this. You need a Steam account basically to do anything. So I'm going to enter my Steam credentials in and continue from then on. Okay, now I'm logged in. As you can see, some of my Steam library games are here. At the top, we'll go into the menu system. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit closer. Okay, general options. What do we have? Preferred language, the battery percentage, time and date. Okay. Then we have system settings. We've got the updates or reject it. It's up to date. Developer mode is there as well. A little bit about the Steam Deck. I'm on version 3.2. There's the security settings. Some notification settings, nothing too interesting in that section. A little bit about the display. Auto brightness if you want. Auto night mode. Change the tint, cool or warm. Automatic sleep mode. Here's some of the audio settings. You can have your own speakers plugged in if you want. And the microphone. There's a Bluetooth section, not a lot going on there. And the controllers, let's test them. All the buttons seem to be working fine. Exit arrow to that. Keyboard settings. Frame settings. Downloads. Cloud. There's the storage settings. There's the new SSD drive I installed in there, and there's my micro SD card. Only 360 gig is available. That's the path it's installed in as well. And there's the path to the SSD. Right. Next up, I'm going to have a go at try some emulators and stuff, and we'll see how they perform. Right. Before I get onto the main emulation, I want to benchmark the SSD drive which I installed. Right, that's my SSD Benchmark. It's 256 GB. Let me know how yours compares to this one.
We're running out of time. Shot, Luke. Good, leader. This is base one. Keep after great. Squad leaders, we've picked up a new group of signals. Enemy fighters coming your way.
Well guys, that concludes my review of the Steam Deck. It's quite a capable device. It's really well built. The controls feel excellent. Feels really good in the hand. It is a large device, but it feels, because of the weight, is just about right. It feels solid in the hand. The touchpads are excellent. The haptic controls on these touchpads gives you a little bit of sensation, which is really nice. These buttons are really solid. One thing I was really what I really liked was the speakers. The speakers are really top notch, just really loud and clear, really excellent. Touchpad is really good as well, and the screen is nice as well. 7-inch screen and nice and bright. One negative I found was the fan was a bit noisy. You can hear it ramp up to 7,000 RPM, and they could do touching that down a bit. And another issue I had was once I got kicked out of the Steam, and you can get locked out of it if the Steam servers are down. You can't even log into your own console, so it was just a bit of an oddity there. Some kind of DRM or something, I'm not sure. But for £349, I think it's an excellent buy. You get a lot for your money, and for the price I don't think it's beatable in terms of small console. One thing I would say is it's not as simple as something like a Nintendo Switch or some other gaming device. It's more of a PC than a gaming device, but it's a solid little computer, and thumbs up. Okay, cheers, and thanks for watching my review, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.